scoreless Chargers.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And on third down and 6 to go. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Everyone said this offense trying to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barlow.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The Chargers have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Herbert now. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. season. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On second down, they'll run it here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mahomes going to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Rutgers kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
They're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try to bring this one back to even.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Out to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Herbert. This one caught by Kittle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Complete to George Kittle. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Down inside the 10.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now Taylor. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Now here's Mahomes.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. Finding room at midfield.
They find some open field here.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for KC. 44 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And some room. There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, LA. Didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
On the throw, not him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 36. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He stiff arms him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and goal from the 1.
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively
zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he's...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini loop. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
Man open left side, it's Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. That makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now it's Taylor. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for the coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
A gain of 15. First down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Unfortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.